Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon for the people who have joined this webinar from wherever your location is. So this webinar is primarily focusing about what is CSM certification and how does it help. So this webinar is hosted by Cognixia, and we are calling this as Digital Shift in 2021. We are world's leading digital talent transformation company, Cognixia is. And around 150,000 professionals are trained worldwide on different training programs, and there are 7,000 plus industry veterans as instructions who are actually practicing instructions. They're not just trainers. We have presence in 55 plus countries and $800 million fully owned subsidiary of Collabora Group. This is Cognixia is, and we are also authorized training partner for the right side icons you are seeing: AWS, Microsoft Seller Partner, and also Automation Anywhere, and ITIL, Red Hat. These are all the things we are training partner for. And what Cognixia offers: Rewire business to business, and Rewire direct and jump, hire, train, deploy. So this is basically to help organizations to hire people based on their needs and train them based on the skills they would like to have in their workplace, and put them into the jobs, and manage training services in-house, and performance consulting, and also learning paths. So these are all the things offerings from the Cognixia. And what are the modalities of Cognixia? On-premises classroom training. Pretty much this was before the COVID situation. Now it is mostly online, live, virtual. So instructor-led live online classes for any training program. So an instructor will use either Zoom or GoToWebinar or GoToMeeting as a medium to deliver the training. And also there are some self-paced online trainings will be available for you to choose from. And also a mix of blended training based on the need. We can offer some customized trainings to help your employees or to help you as an individual. So that's about these offerings. Why Cognixia? What are the differentiators? So the content is tailored based on the client needs. For example, if you are looking for a particular technology, comes some process framework like Scrum and Agile. So we can make a combination of those items that will suit your requirement. And also data-driven learning strategies. There are mock tests available, and also you can see the progress of your learning path. And you can also see whether you are going in the right direction or wrong direction. So basically, it is AI-based, data-driven, and industry veterans as instructions, as we discussed earlier, and also dedicated program manager. So if the group is large, and we will assign somebody from our group, a colleague from Cognixia will act as a program manager. So he or she will be the single point of contact for anything that you need. So it will be helpful for you to have a seamless learning. And multiple training modalities like virtual, on-site learning, and also state-of-the-art cloud lab. So if you are learning some technology-related courses, obviously you need to make your hands dirty with some programming and practicing. So we have a great online cloud-based lab, so where you can practice all the learning in terms of programming and any automation testing related and all. And participant performance reviews and evaluations. So we just not only train, we also we will have a mechanism where we can take care of the learning path, and through some evaluations, and time to time we will have maybe contacting the participants to check their progress, and if there is any difficulty, maybe helping them reconducting the sessions. All these things are possible. And there are a wide variety of reports available in the system, so you can go through the reports to see the progress of your learning. That's about this. And these are all some of our clients. So that's about our client base. And Center of Excellence, we have machine learning and artificial intelligence Center of Excellence, and also microservices and robotic process automation and IoT. This is one Center of Excellence, and big data analytics and DevOps, CI/CD, pipeline creation and all, and cloud computing, cybersecurity, professional development, BI technology. These are all the Center of Excellences we have. And each of these will have a wide range of trainers and experienced practitioners will be driving the Center of Excellence. And based on the need, they will provide you live, virtual, or classroom-based training with a follow-up examination and all these things. So that's about our center of excellence. So we are primarily focusing in this webinar to discuss about the Certified Scrum Master program, which is offered by Scrum Alliance. Scrum Alliance is a US-based certification program. So the CSM, the full form is Certified Scrum Master. It's a certification by scrumalliance.org, which is based out of US. And primarily this focuses on creating awareness on Scrum framework and how a Scrum Master can help organizations in terms of helping the teams to use the Scrum framework in building products, projects, or services, and also help the organization leadership and any supporting functions like HR or finance or admin. So basically, the Scrum Master will help the entire organization in improving the effectiveness by implementing Scrum. So the crux of the Scrum Master course. So in Scrum Master CSM certification, it's a 2 days training basically, depending upon the time zone. Sometimes it will be Eastern time zone training, sometimes it is Asia Pacific, or sometimes it is purely India time based. So basically it is 8 hours day one and 8 hours day two. This is the training. And primarily we will cover during this training what is agile and what are the uh, 4 values and 12 principles of agile manifesto, and what is empirical process versus defined process, and which process will you will use and which type of problems. And we also discuss problem domains like simple, complicated, complex, and chaotic problems. And we discuss about Scrum fundamentals, what elements are involved in Scrum, such as 5 values of Scrum: focus, openness, respect, courage, commitment, and the Scrum accountabilities. Earlier, it used to called as roles, and in the recent Scrum guide, they have been renamed as accountabilities: product owner, Scrum Master, and developers. And what are the Scrum artifacts? That include the 3 artifacts: product backlog, sprint backlog, and product increment. And the Scrum events, which are 5 events. Scrum sprint is a container event, which is not more than 1 month. Within that, sprint planning, day one, every day, daily Scrum, at the end, review and retrospective last day, and some additional non-core Scrum topics that include how do we do estimation. For example, we discuss relative sizing using story point and planning poker, and how to do the release planning, and how to do the tracking, and who will do the sprint level tracking of the progress, and who will do the release level. So it's a pretty hands-on exercise based and activity based interactive workshop. And also briefly we discuss how to write user stories and how to understand burn down and burn up charts to see the progress. So pretty much it's a very discussion oriented, content based, and interactive based, and group activities based live virtual workshop. So one of the important aspects of Scrum Master is it's a people oriented role. That means you are a Scrum expert, the Scrum Master is a Scrum expert. The primary focus is improving the Scrum team's effectiveness by focusing on people, communication, collaboration, tools, techniques, all these things, how they can be optimized in terms of improving the effectiveness. Those who are passionate about people development and know something insights of the servant leadership, coaching skills and facilitation skills, and interpersonal skills, negotiation and influential skills, they are the best suited for this role. This is not a pure technical role, but it is a leadership role with interpersonal skills. That's how you can understand this role. Primary important role is you need to be well versed with the Scrum knowledge. As we discussed earlier, the Scrum team consists of 3 accountabilities. One is a product owner, who is a product expert. He or she makes the decisions related to product and having conversations with the stakeholders and doing the market research, all these things. Whereas the developers, they are the technology experts. They will take care of architecture, design, and all these aspects of the product. Whereas Scrum Master, who he or she takes care of the Scrum implementation and how the tools and all are fitting, practices are fitting within the Scrum framework without creating any anti Scrum elements and all. So for that, you need to understand the Scrum knowledge. and that knowledge will be provided in the training through various aspects. There are some myths in the industry, such as a project manager or business analyst or test leads only can become Scrum Master. It's not true. Anyone who have good interpersonal skills, good communication skills, good negotiation, and good facilitation and coaching skills can become a Scrum Master without any doubt. But initially, the career, little bit of first few sprints of the duration, you need to learn and do it. So it may be a little bit difficult, but once you understand the concepts of Scrum framework and agile mindset and agile values and principles, and definitely it will be a great journey for anyone, because every day is a new learning for Scrum Master, because you'll be dealing with people attitudes and people conflicts, and also helping them in terms of becoming better and helping them in terms of understanding their problem on their own, coming up with the solutions, and helping product owner and developers, or product owner stakeholders, or within the developers, if they're struggling to make some decision, you will use some facilitation techniques. There are great facilitation techniques that we discuss in the class, like dot voting or roti feedback or something else, 1 to 4 all facilitation techniques. So these are all the things that that will excite you in the role. Definitely, Scrum Master also does not need domain or technology expert, because as we just discussed, product owner will take care of the domain related, product related, functionality related things by managing effectively the product backlog and creating the product goal and all. The developers will take care of the technology related things, architecture, testing, coding, integration, all these things. Your role as a Scrum Master in the Scrum project is to foster an environment where the product owner can create a product backlog and able to order the requirements related to a complex product. When I say complex product, where unknown is more than known, and able to help the developers understand those requirements, and together all of you will decide a sprint duration not more than 1 month, and within that 1 month you have to convert a portion of the product backlog into a potentially releasable product increment. That increment you will inspect with the stakeholders in terms of a working software. So what happens is, when they see the working software, there's some saying, I know when I see it. So they, when they see it, automatically what happens is they get a better understanding in terms of the functionality of the product you are building. Not only that, they can also see a visual progress of the work, because you are creating working software at the end of every sprint. So it improves the transparency between the Scrum team and the stakeholders who are going to use the product. At the same time, it also helps the product owner to receive early and continuous feedback, make the necessary changes in the product development. So you will have to support all these interactions, collaboration, communication, and dependencies and all. So this role of Scrum Master is more of implementing Scrum within teams and organizations, and people enablement role. Basically, you are called as a change agent, and also you have responsibility and services in terms of 3 areas. One, your Scrum team itself, and one service to the product owner in terms of create product goals and effectively managing finding techniques for product backlog management, and how to deal with the conflicts, and how to deal VUCA world. All these things you will have to help, and also organizations, how to lead training and implementing Scrum, and leadership coaching, and support functions like HR, finance, admin, all these people, how to introduce whether they can do Scrum or Kanban or something else. So basically, you are a person who help your team and organization and support function in terms of improving their ability to improve. That is the primary role of Scrum Master. So this course, Certified Scrum Master, will help you to learn all those nitty-gritties, and what you can do, how you can do, and what are possible anti-patterns, and what kind of challenges you will have in terms of organizations based on their size or geographically distributed, or the structure or hierarchy. All these things, the course will help you to learn and feel comfortable at the role when you play that role. So how does the CSM help anyone in their career? So basically, CSM, as we discussed earlier, it's a 2 day course. It helps you to understand Scrum from an experienced trainer. Only those who are certified Scrum trainers approved by Scrum Alliance, they can teach this course. And they would have gone through wide range of experience testing and knowledge testing and all. So they have come with a prior experience using Scrum in different environments. So they will be teaching you. So they will help you to understand the components of Scrum with maybe activity based or group discussion based or anything else that will help you to understand quickly and easily. And also in the class they will help you, because Scrum is a framework. Scrum does not tell you how to use the framework, so that is why it is called as framework. So many things that are not defined in the Scrum, the trainer will help you to understand why it is defined that way in Scrum guide, and what happens if you do something differently other than what is defined. So those anti patterns also you can understand, and when you are implementing that knowledge in your project, it will help you to use as a guardrails. Also, it helps you to work within the teams more collaborative and creative manner. So using some facilitation techniques, like we discussed 1 to 4 all, or dot voting techniques, or while you are doing the retrospective, for example, you can use speedboat technique or 4L model. So different techniques we will discuss. So that will help you to make that creative and innovative during the Scrum implementation. So your teams will be able to start seeing improvements in creativity, productivity, and flexibility, because you are helping them in terms of using the Scrum in right way. So slowly they will see improvement related to the creativity, productivity, and flexibility in the team, Scrum team. And CSM certification has a well-established recognition across the world, because this was the very oldest Agile and Scrum certification. As you might be knowing already, the Agile Manifesto was created in 2001, February 11th to 13th. So immediately after that, immediately within less than a year, the Scrum Alliance has started as a not-for-profit organization, and it has created the certification ladder. It's not just one certification. CSM comes with 3 levels. CSM is the entry level certification, which is called as a certified Scrum Master. After that, advanced CSM, which is ACSM. So you will learn more about advanced concepts, how to scale, how to use scaling Scrum across the organization, and what are advanced coaching and change management model, advanced facilitation techniques, all these things. And CSP SM, Certified Scrum Professional SM. So until that, this is the Scrum Master path. After that, you need to choose whether you want to go for a coaching path or training path. So there are 2 paths clearly defined. If you want to go to coaching path, you have to choose CTC or CEC, Certified Team Coach, or Certified Enterprise Coach. Similarly, CST, Certified Scrum Trainer. So those people, Certified Scrum Trainer, can conduct the CSM, Advanced CSM, and CSPSM training courses through either training or mentoring programs. And those are who are CTC or CEC, they may not be able to conduct the public workshops, but wherever they are working as a organizational transformation coaches, they can conduct in-house trainings based on the coaching model. So you need to provide 25 hours of coaching to the people in order to certify them. So there are 2 ways to learn this CSM. One is by attending a 2 days public training workshop, or if there is anyone who is working as a CTC or CEC in your organization, you can also get the certification through them. Then who can do certification? So I want you to read this slide silently, and if you are one of the people mentioned here, like developers, testers, or product development people, or agile coaches, or team leads, project leads, release managers, or delivery managers, or if you're not one of them, but you still want to be able to make your career to help people in terms of improve the ability to improve or their effectiveness, you can still be considering this CSM certification for you. And this is the next one: startup owners or entrepreneurs and agile team members, or project managers, program managers, portfolio managers, or technical leads or architects or DBS, business analysts, PMO team members, or IT leadership like managers, directors, AVP, VP, CIO, CXO. So how to get this certification? So primarily it will be a 2 days activity based learning. Some trainers offer half-day workshops also. It depends. Basically, 16 hours of trainer-led training you have to attend. Either it is 2 full days, 8 to 8 hours, 8 hours, or 4 half days. It's up to the trainer. So at the end of the training, they will upload your information to the Scrum Alliance, and the Scrum Alliance will send you a link for the examination. So the examination will be an open book exam. So it will test your fundamentals about Scrum, Agile, and Scrum Master role based on the learning you have attended with the trainer. and there will be a 50 questions with 1 hour duration. So you need to, in order to pass, you have to get 74%. That means 37 questions out of 50 should be correct. And all the questions will be multiple choice with one correct answer. So you have to select the one correct answer, and there won't be any negative marking or complexity increase, decrease. So every question will have a same weightage. So at the end, immediately the result will be announced. So you can download the certificate also, the PDF format of certificate immediately. And the validity of this certificate is 2 years. So after 2 years, you need to show 20 SEU Scrum Education Units and pay $100. Or if you do the next level certification or CSPO, any certification, then automatically it will renew without having the 20 SEUs and 100 USD payment. So that's pretty much about it. So if you want to make your career as a Scrum Master and then slowly Agile coach and then Agile transformation specialist, so my recommendation as a Scrum trainer would be you start with CSM and then slowly next 1-2 years get some experience as a Scrum Master and then go for advanced CSM and then do the next level CSPSM, because there are huge number of people who have done CSM, but there's a small set of people who have advanced CSM and CSPSM. So definitely when you do the certifications next 1 or 2 level, obviously the organizations will look for those people who have higher level certifications. So they may be helpful for your career growth also. So how to find a good trainer to attend CSM training? So every trainer is a great trainer, no doubt about it, because all the Scrum certified Scrum trainers, they will go through lot of vigorous knowledge check, experience check, and their training skills and communication abilities and all. There's a very thorough process to approve somebody as a certified Scrum trainer. So no doubt everybody will be a great trainer, but everybody will have a unique style. So you need to see basically few things you have to see in the trainer. For example, trainer Scrum experience and knowledge, and whether the trainer has any large scale Scrum transformation experience or not, and how many workshops he or she has conducted after the CST is done. Because the more trainings he or she conducted, based on the questions answered from the participants and managing the classes of small, medium, large, the experience would be different. And also feedback about maybe Google reviews or LinkedIn or Facebook or any other sources, just to check the feedback. And trainers approach of training, some people do a PPT based training, some people do TBR approach, like training from the back of the room, or some people do something else, some activity based. So just check out whatever suits to you. And also post support workshop, for example, how to whether the trainer will help you in terms of helping with SEUs information or any career guidance, or while you are using this Scrum in your project, if you get into any problems, practical problems, whether you will get access to the trainer to get help. So these are some fundamental points that you have to check for. And also you can visit the Scrum Alliance website for more details on the CSM certification. When you log on to when you access the www.scrumalliance.org, there is a tab called certification. When you open that, you can find CSM as one of the certifications, along with the other levels of certifications also you can see. And you can also find the learning objectives. That means one good thing with Scrum Alliance is they have created a clear learning objectives and they are made it published in the Scrum Alliance website. That means before attending the training, you can see what are all the learning objectives covered in the CSM. So you can cross check how do they help you in your career progression. So all the information related to learning objectives, renewal process, next levels, all these things are available, very detailed information in the Scrum Alliance website. Okay, so career planning after CSM certification, as we just discussed, if you want to seriously make your career as a certified Scrum Master and then Agile coach and then go to the organizational transformation specialist or get into the organizational leadership roles in Agile transformation, and then this is the first step, getting the CSM. And then at least 1-2 years you have to work as a Scrum Master in different projects, because you need to have the ground level experience. This certification will help you to understand the Scrum process and framework, just like you attend a driving class without any practicals. So after the driving class, you have to do some kind of practicals. So on the road, actually, when you're driving the car, what kind of situations you get into and how do you deal with that? So you need to definitely have at least 2 years of experience. Minimum 1 year is good. I recommend to have 2 years and then go to the next level. Like that, you can build your career path into the higher roles and agile coach and transformation specialists. Thank you so very much for joining this webinar.